Hi everybody, my name is Sri Ranganath, Assistant Professor in Vignan University. Today I stand before you to say about global issues. This is the fifth unit in our professional ethics. What is a global issues? Before going to learn about this, just we go back what we have gone through earlier in our professional ethics. So risk benefit analysis, safety and other things, and engineers, expert witnesses, and various other professional issues we have gone through in our up to 1 to 4 units. Now we are going to discuss on global issues, which is very closely related to that one. What is a global issues in our ethics point of view? Global issues are any multinational companies, and as a consumer, as a producer, it is compulsory we must go through with in this competitive world or competitive arena. For example, we come across the term, what is that one? A globalization. This is the common term we have been listening nowadays. The whole banking system are in the process of globalization. Now the globe has become very small for us. Any person can go any corner of the globe, can pursue his business, can pursue his studies, and whatever it may be. So when we cross the different countries, when we go to the different countries, obviously we have to accept, we have to assimilate various cultures, various traditions, various variety of lifestyles. So all these things come under this perspective in these global issues. What is the exact definition of global issues is, it is an international concept of engineering applications with social and environmental dimensions of engineers' work. So any country's economic condition or natural security or human existence, everything is interrelated with other nations of the world. For example, one multinational company wanted to establish a company in our country. So obviously they have to follow our traditions, our cultures, our lifestyles, etc. All these things will be considered. To have certain things, we must follow certain basic principles or ethics very meticulously. Okay, what are the major causes in our global issues is, number one is future challenges. So the population is growing fast like anything, man's need is growing fast like anything. So we have to search, we have to go any corner of the globe, and all these things are possible because of technology development and various other things. It is possible for us. Next, economic conditions. To develop our economic conditions, for example, all of us are studying BTech. For what purpose? To pursue any software engineer or something else, or to go abroad, or to establish our own company, okay, to mint money, or to develop our country, or to develop ourselves. For all these things also we are crossing the countries, and because of the development of technology, it has become quite comfortable for us to reach any corner. In earlier days, if we want to make a phone call, it takes hours together to talk with any person who is in abroad like USA or any other country. Now within no time we can talk with them by visualizing the same personality just in front of our smart mobile with the various apps and different things. Okay, this is possible because of technology. This development of technology helps us to get very close together. We use the internet, we use the WhatsApp, we use FaceTime and different things. And liberal and global economy. What is the liberalization here? Earlier there are a lot of restrictions are there. One should not go to other country. One should not bring many things from there to here or here to there. There are so many other things. Now government has liberalized all those things to develop the economy, to develop the economy. And most importantly, advances in human knowledge. Advances in human knowledge. So most of our engineers, most of our doctors, most of our professionals and various in various fields are settled in abroad, and they are earning a lot of money, and they are bringing the name and fame to our country and many other aspects. So these are the major causes for these global issues. Okay, in these global issues, ethics point of view, when we go abroad, when we establish any country, or when any other international branded company come and establish their own industry in our country, there are so many ethical issues are there. So we have to solve all those ethical issues in a comfortable way. Majorly, these ethical issues are divided into 4 parts. What is the first one? Is multinational corporations. Multinational corporations. It is a company which has n number of industries in different countries. Such corporations are known as multinational corporations. They come and establish their company or their industry in any corner of the globe or in any other country. So it is one point of view, they are minting the money. On the other point of view, he is providing to develop the undeveloped or developing country. For that reason, this multinational corporations. And next one, environmental ethics. Environment is a most important term nowadays. There is a lot of problems. Okay, environment is polluting like anything. Environment is degrading like anything, because of the first and foremost problem lies before us is overwhelming the population. To meet the needs of the population, we are expanding a lot of industries and many other substitute items, plastics and many other things. And automatically, to reach the destination points, we have been using the vehicles. And further, we are burning so much of fossil fuels. What will happen? A lot of carbon dioxide and many other things are exploiting the environment. So that is a major threat for us. So certain basic ethical point of view we must follow related to the environment. Computer ethics, next one. What is computer ethics? Computer has become part and parcel in our life. Without computer, it is totally unimaginable. Even the smallest industry to the largest industry, and the smallest office to the largest office, they have been operating majority of their works with the help of the computers. So when computers has become part and parcel, there is a lot of controversial issues have been taken place in this part. We are going to deal certain things in computer ethics. Next one, weapon development. Weapon development. This is the most important thing. Majority of the developed countries put their lion's share of the amount for the weapon development. Similarly, developing countries are also following the same. There they are missing some ethical balance in that. We are going to discuss on in the weapon development. So these 4 major global issues. One is multinational corporations. Second one, environmental ethics. Third one, computer ethics. And fourth one, weapon development. Okay, multinational corporation. Just if you look at the picture, we can find so many things. LG, Apple, Coca-Cola, Google, Microsoft, Amazon and Nike. All these things are worldwide famous brands. If we possess an Apple phone, if we possess an Apple computer, it's the greatest privilege for us. And similarly, Amazon, everyone is very much associated with Amazon nowadays. All these things are international brands, and they established their offices everywhere in every corner of the globe. So what is the major problem lies with this multiple corporation? We are going to see in a beautiful video.
Multinational companies. The birth of multinational companies dates back to 1861. However, they became popular after the Second World War. Later, a large number of multinational companies emerged in Europe and Japan. Today, even the developing countries like South Korea has a number of multinational companies like Samsung, Hyundai, etc. A multinational company owns and manages its business in 2 or more countries. One country, and they carry out their business in number of other countries. For example, Sony is a Japan-based company but operates in almost all the countries of the world. Multinational companies have large-scale assets and transactions. Multinational companies operate their business at least in 6 countries. They produce goods even in the countries where they operate their business. They have a centralized control on the business from their head office. They have all the required facilities for production and marketing in several countries. They provide technological facilities to the countries where they operate their business. They play a vital role in international trade. Multinational companies prove beneficial to both the home as well as the host countries. They procure raw materials from the host countries and thus help the home country in getting foreign exchange. Technological and administrative skills required for operation of multinational companies may also be obtained from the host countries. They export raw materials as well as finished goods to the host countries, thus increasing their profits. It is even possible for them to earn profit and royalty through administrative agreement with host countries. The multinational companies create more opportunities for employment in the home country. The host countries are benefited by increase in capital investments by the multinational companies. If the host country is a developing country, the home country of an MNC provides technological and administrative support, which in turn revolutionizes the production. The host countries are also helped by exporting more and importing less. Multinational companies make it possible to have standard quality products in all the host countries. There is a remarkable increase in employment opportunities, new innovations, and developed skills in the host countries. Multinational companies help host countries in utilization of internal resources. Besides having a large number of advantages, the multinational companies face numerous demerits too. The home country of the MNC gets the lion's share of the profit. The multinational companies create dominance in the host countries. The competition in host countries may vanish and monopoly for MNCs may get established. There is even a chance of reduction in natural resources of the host countries. Many a time, they disrespect human rights and also follow corrupt methods to avoid paying taxes. They exploit the labor force in the host countries. Sometimes they even interfere in political affairs of the nation. Till recent times, the industrial policy of the Indian government restricted the foreign investment in our country. With the onset of economic liberalization policy of India in 1991, many multinational companies have started their operations in India. At the same time, many Indian companies have gone multinational. Examples of such Indian companies include Wipro and Infosys.
Right. Based on this, I want to give one case study on this. So you know pretty well Bhopal gas tragedy. It is a multinational corporation known as Union Carbide. So it is a US based company. They established nearly 40 plants in underdeveloped countries. It is the greatest advantage for developing in underdeveloped countries. It can provide employment for a large number. It can provide a it can generate a lot of money and all those things. What is the reasons to set up in the developing or underdeveloped countries? Number one, availability of the labor. Labor is at a very lower level or cheap labor, and the tax concessions. So many governments ready to offer a lot of subsidy to these developed countries, multinational companies. Okay, tax concessions. Obviously, they are generating high profits, and moreover, they are using the natural resources, whatever useful for their industry. This is the multinational company, Union Carbide, established here in our Bhopal. This is the Union Carbide. Okay, so this has become the biggest disaster and event today. So it is established in the year 1970. What is the production here? Manufacturing chemicals used in pesticides. Okay, what is the major damage because of methyl isocyanate, leakage of methyl isocyanate? So this is world's biggest industrial disaster, and gas leak in plant on December 3rd, 1984 resulted in explosion of 40 tons of poisonous gas in the atmosphere. More than 7,000 people killed and 1,000 people permanently disabled and 1 lakh people severely injured. What is the major reason here? Reasons are overheating in a storage tank. Okay. Number one, safety measures were not given attention. And number two, next one, scarcity of labor and no proper training, violation of rules and regulations, and totally unpreparedness. These are the major reasons. Overheating in a storage tank which contains a toxic methyl isocyanate. Okay, safety measures were not given attention, scarcity of labor, okay, no proper training, and violation of issues and regulations. That was totally unpreparedness. Okay, when any industry established anywhere, they have to follow the rules and regulations very meticulously. They have to take care of the stakeholders. They have to take care of the people, those who are working in that, and they have to give the information about the dangerous things, and they should give a proper training those who are working in such a dangerous prone areas. But the developed country totally ignored all these things. Because of this reason, this biggest disaster had taken place in the year 1984. So, to root out such kind of the problems, any multinational company company has to follow all the rules and regulations very meticulously. Okay, next, to follow all these things, Mr. Thomas Donaldson suggests 10 international human rights. So, any multinational companies should do business in a country without violating the human right. This is the first and foremost thing. What is the first one? The right to freedom of physical movement. A foreigner can move comfortably as if he was a local person. Next, the right to ownership of property. He has right to buy something, his own flat or something else. Next, the right to freedom from torture. As he is not related to our country, we should not corner him, or we should not give any kind of torture or something else. And the right to free trial, the right to non-discrimination against race or sex. So we should not discriminate him. And next, the right to physical security, the right to freedom of speech and association. He can express his own views and ideas everywhere, okay, as the local people. And the right to minimal education for his children or for him or everything. And the right to political participation. We come across many of our Indians who settled in America, become the governors, and they are getting some good positions in the politics, okay. And the right to subsistence. Likewise, Thomas Donaldson has given 10 international human rights in order to root out such kind of the ethical issues. Okay, there are so many other issues also. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. This is the famous line that everyone knows. Okay, what is the meaning of it? For example, if we go abroad, America or any other country, and pursuing a job or something else, we have to follow their rules and regulations. We have to follow their traditions and cultures. It doesn't mean that we have to violate our traditions and cultures, but we have to respect them. Okay, in a similar way, any other foreign country establish their industry in our country, okay, they have to follow our traditions and our cultures. For examples, we have n number of festivals, okay, they have to accept and our tradition and our culture, and they have to give the holiday for our people, and they too celebrate similar festivals along with us. So this is one, but this was not there in earlier, that is what we call apartheid. The culture of racial separation by United Kingdom on the blacks in South Africa before independence. The segregation was followed in common places like the restrooms, lounge areas, and assembly halls. Certain people were not allowed to reach certain places. So this is what we call in earlier days before independence was there. So moreover, they have no right to vote, they have no right to express comfortably, okay. Even food and climatic conditions, dress code, culture and tradition. So these are a few things. And promoting morally just measures. Another important thing, any international company has to accept promoting morally just measures. Corporations should respect the laws and culture of the host country. Okay, and they should not violate the basic moral rights. For example, fair wages, irrespective of his duty, irrespective of his work. Minimal wages should be given to live comfortably. Okay, salary to be paid to a worker to live with dignity as a human being. Okay, and another one, informed consent. What is meant by informed consent? Some of the industries are there where a dangerous prone areas are also there. They have to work near the overheated boiler, or they have to work very -°C temperature. Okay, there may be various other gases are there in the company. So the employer should inform to the employee about the dangerous situations and different precautionary measures to be explained before they are going to join in the company. This is what we call informed consent. Corporations have to inform the workers in simple language about the dangerous nature of the work. Next, technology transfer. So any developed country can come and establish different thing, then automatically they transfer whatever the technology that they possess, they come and put here to establish the similar thing. So there are many things like infrastructure, various different variety of constructions, okay, and hardware materials, and so much of information related to that one. Okay, it is a process of moving the technology to a novel setting and implementing it there, both hardware and technique. So there are so many techniques are there in the medical field, in the mechanical field, in the computer science field, in the construction field, everywhere. So different things they bring, and they bring all those things in our place, in different places, putting into a novel setting. This is what we call technology transfer. And what is the appropriate technology? That is another one, identification and transfer, which is very closely related to that particular area, or most suitable technology for a new set of conditions. New set of conditions. It is not possible we can bring as it is exactly which is successful in one place, cannot bring the same to here. And our climatic conditions and all those things will differ from one to another. So whatever is appropriate for us, we can utilize those things. So technology transfer and appropriate technology. Okay, what did we learn in this unit, in this part? So there are global issues. What is meant by global issues? And what are the major causes why we cross the barriers? Okay, for the economic development, for the development of technology and many other things, and the definition we have gone through with various global issues. Among the various global issues, we have gone through with only the multinational corporations up to now, and we have gone through with one case study, that is Bhopal gas tragedy. And Thomas Donaldson suggested 10 international human rights and other issues. What are the other issues related to appropriate technology and technology transfer? Okay, and I want to give you one simple task related to that one. In recent past, we witnessed a disaster in Visakhapatnam. In the form of technical disaster, study the issue. You have to study the issue in the form of the technical issue, which are related to globally in case of multinational corporations scenario. Please, already you have gone through with Bhopal gas tragedy, which is very close or similar. Of course, this may not be that much of dangerous, but there is a problem with that. Please go through with that and do a case study in LG Polymer, which took place in the Visakhapatnam. Okay, thank you.